Namaskar. Uh, I am talking now about love. In India, it's called Pyar, Ishq, Prem, so many things. In India, films are based on it, or at least there was a generation which was completely based on it. And it's very important, it's the biggest thing. And all over the world, it binds the whole world. Now, what it is, nobody knows. But with it, you realize there's something phenomenal happening here, and it's very divine and sensitive. It is not something that can be explained by algebra. And then man gets into higher notions that there is a divine presence. And Gandhi's notion was love is God. I don't think that way. Now, if you don't have your own realization, you're another carbon copy of somebody else. I have no problem with Gandhi's realization. My thing is, love is an attribute of God. He's much bigger than love. Love is just one of his expressions that we experience. Now, the Greeks have explained love very well. There are different levels of love. One is erotic love that we share with lovers. And that too, we have an animal nature and a divine nature. We can even have sex as an animals. Even that has a place. Sometimes I have experienced in my life, when I had girlfriends and stuff, good, hard sex was brilliant to take off all the stress. It also has a place in life. But sometimes love is most beautiful. It is over that. Also, sex can be divine with love, or it can be animal. And both have a place in life because we have both natures, the animal and the divine. And we are an expression of all. Now, the Greeks explained love beautifully. That one is the erotic love, which is with lovers. Then there is love that we may have for parents and family and stuff like that, which is platonic. And then there is love that we have for what we do, maybe for our work, or a musician loves music, an artist loves painting, a computer professional loves work on the computer, or whatever. We have love for our work, or for sports, love for something. What it is, nobody knows. The only justice that has been done to it ever is by poets and musicians and artists, because it's an abstraction. And the most difficult things to explain are best expressed in abstraction, because it crosses rational logic, and lovers go crazy because they experience something which is not logical, and most lovers are illogical people. As one Greek philosopher commented, love is the state of a madman. It is completely. Most people who have not experienced it don't understand it, and to experience it, what I have realized, you have to first surrender. I met so many people. They search for love from God. They search for love from lovers, and they don't find it. Basically, they're hanging on to themselves. You have to be willing to get burnt and surrender. Only then can you experience something that divine. It is vulnerable. It will be burnt. People look at it in cages of security: marriage, insurance, catching on to life, job, all these kind of things. However, it is against how the system runs. Rolling stone gathers no moss. So you have to go against the stream. The stream goes like that. Marriage, security. That is a cage. It is security. You cannot cage love. It is freedom. Marriage is security. They're two completely different things. Ideally, a good marriage should be a lover and a friend. It rarely happens. Most people get married when they are lovers, and then they realize after the lust is over, or that entire expression of the Jamani is finished. This person is completely different from me. We don't vibe at all. Ideal combination, you get married to a friend and a lover. A marriage is a different institution altogether. Why I met only one person in this world, I felt I wanted to get married to, it never worked out, I forgot about it. And sex is something else. It's animal. I've given it up now 20 years, and I don't bother. It's not important to me at all. I may still have desire, but in an animal level, I masturbate. But I don't want to share that with anybody. Sexual is also energy, and whoever you share your sexual energy with, their aura has an impact on you. So you should be careful who you share your sexual energy with. India is based on Kama Sutra and all, where sex is, we're the art of sex. We've had tantra sex and all that kind of jazz. But the highest objective in India is not the animal. It is love. There's a story of Lord Shiva. He is the greatest yogi, the Adi yogi, the first yogi. And a lot of people think India is all about sex and all that shit. No. Sex is fine. It's the lowest realization, lowest experience is kama. The four expressions in Hindu philosophy: kama, artha, wealth. Kama is sexual desires, physical pleasures. Artha is wealth. Dharma is religious duties, and then moksha, enlightenment. So, in kama itself, you can have the lowest realization of an animal, or you can go into the heaven. Like I was telling of Lord Shiva, he with his third eye in deep meditation, once lust appears to him as a form of a devil, and he with his third eye destroys it. So the highest ideal in India is not sex; it is love. But we are all born as animals. Now Quran says we are all born pure and beautiful, but we get attracted to desires of the world. The Bhagavad Gita and the Bible says we are born blind, driven by Maya of the world, and we have to break away from that illusion to wake up. Different ways of approaching the subject. Again, Quran says you get driven to that blindness. You have to again break away from that bondage to wake up to what is really true. Bhagavad Gita and Christianity says you're born blind. Even Buddha says you're born blind. So the different experiences to basically break away from the illusion, the Maya of the existence of what it is. There's nothing there. You are real. You are creating your own reality. That today science confirms. The observer is real. It's an observer-dependent universe. Without it, there's nothing. And we're all creating our own worlds, living in our own world. And we're in different states of consciousness. Because we're just consciousness energy caught with ego, which can be divine, which in Hindu is Satvika Ahamkara. Satvika Ahamkara is ego for the divine, ego for God. Or it can be tamasic, ego for you as an individual, which is darkness, caught in the maya of the world, just running after goals of your life. And most people are there. They're about their glory, their victory, And when we were based on the bazaar system before capitalistic model came into India, which was about community, it was not based on cutthroat competition and cut one out. So today we can't go change history. We are dealing with everything. We have to live with all of it, and we have to find a balance between ourselves. But what I'm trying to get at. Love is a phenomenon that can't be caged. How it happens also nobody knows. And it can happen suddenly. You cannot plan it. Oh, I love that woman. When I meet her, this will happen. No. We know that from psychology. The most beautiful experiences we have in life are unplanned. You cannot plan some of the greatest experiences in life. So best is not to plan and just go about life, and beautiful things will happen. A planned life is most boring. Even some of the greatest people in the world who have been great successes in the corporate world, take Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, the Western guys, they followed the Indian model of one step at a time. They may have a larger objective, but they don't think about it. They take one step at a time approach. And that's what even Zen says. Don't live your entire life in one day. So just live today, this moment. So this moment now in a small musical piece. I used to be a rock singer, pop singer, all that in my young years. I've enjoyed life in entire phases of my life. Now that phase is finished. I only listen to ghazals and classical music and all that. But some lyrics, because to try to explain what is love, and this whole thing is about love, I'll just share lines from Leo Sayers, pop singer. Quite a joke among the excising guys and all that today. But it's beautiful lyrics. Whoa, whoa, yay, yay. Love you more than I can say. I'll love you twice as much tomorrow. Love you more than I can say. Oh, don't you know I need you so? God, tell me please, I gotta know. Do you need to make me cry? Am I just another guy? Whoa, whoa, yay, yay. Love you more than I can say. Love you twice as much tomorrow. love you more than I can say. Now, this isn't that erotic plane. Lovers. But as I said, love is not that. It can be with the parents, it can be with your brother, it can be with the sister, it can be with your work. So that was about erotic love. But it's an amazing phenomenon. It makes us realize something more beautiful happening here. That is what makes life meaningful and beautiful. If you don't have love and peace, you go conquer the whole world. Do what you want, make as much as money as you want. You will never have anything. I'll tell you a story of Alexander. When he was in India, he met a palmist. And he wanted to conquer the world. So the palmist raised his hand and said, sure, you will conquer nearly the whole world, but you'll be finished there. That's all. You'll be stuck in this world. But life and this doesn't start in this world or end in this world. And sure enough, Alexander conquered nearly the whole world, but died depressive. So, conquering this world is the illusion. It's a maya. You're chasing a ghost. You have to conquer yourself. That is the biggest ghost. That in all phenomenon is the devil, the tamasic ego. The devil is the ego, and you have a divine being. Now, we are energy and consciousness in space. And nearly 69 to 70% is negative energy. And the ego springs from there, the individual ego. You have to conquer that to wake up to a higher realization, which is a very small 30%. And that is where divine things happen and creations happen. And you get to the state of what I explained in Mahakali, the creator. And anybody who's a creator reaches that level of consciousness, realizes he's not the doer. As Krishna says, Shri Krishna says, you are not the doer. But only the great thinkers realize that was a phenomenal idea. It can't have come from me. It is something else. It's something more divine. I couldn't have been the creator. I am just a monkey. That was some supreme intelligence coming from the cosmic consciousness. As Albert Einstein says, you can judge the intelligence of a man by how much he's got over himself. So that puts it in perspective. Cheers. God bless.